How's it going, everybody? It's your host, Matt Tehn. Yes, it's my face, and we're going to start doing this on the channel more often. Basically, I don't know if you guys know, but I stream on Twitch pretty much every other day or so, maybe for an hour or two, an hour to 2 hours or so. Usually, it's been EA Sports PGA Tour. I also have done FIFA in the past as well, so make sure to check out my Twitch channel if you haven't already. But in this episode, we are going to go over my career mode experience, and yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I shoot on average par to over par, so I feel like these guys should be decent, right? If I started at 50, I think that's where I'm going to go just to start with, and just see how it goes. Like, I know guys have done it 75, get under par, so I feel like 50 could be good. Shooting, somewhat under par or over par. And if it's the amateur, I feel like that's a good score. Check out these coaching challenges just in case. Trackman. Oh, this is what I've already worked on in the past too, so that's good. I've definitely done those. I haven't done any sponsor challenges, which I do like the idea of being sponsored by somebody. The actual brand that I own, I have Wilson Pro Staff blades. I'm a Wilson player. I've got a Wilson Cortex driver, Wilson wedges. I love Wilson, so I don't know. Just one of those things. Maybe it's because I am like all about survival on the course. This is exciting. I have been practicing for quite a while, so I haven't actually played this course, which is ironic, but I have been practicing just my game in general, trying to get it to an acceptable level, and hopefully I've done that here. For those that don't know, I play with as hardcore as you can make it. No grids, no swing meter, zoom cameras on only for the short game. So all right, we've got 248, 282, 190. The point of reference is basically that bunker over there. Now it tells me point of reference is this house, to go over this house. Okay. Not sure I want to do that. But 280, might be able to. Alright. Let's hit this solid. So we got a driver. Alright, there we go. Beautiful drive. Oh, camera's even. Oof. Felt like a beautiful drive. I don't know. They didn't like it. Sand. Okay, that's okay. I hit it 286. Oh, man. So 59 yards. What do we have past that hole? Okay. Or right in that first bunker there. 59. Okay. So 50-degree wedge. I think that's the only play, really. I think it's like a half shot, maybe even a full one. I think we're going to go half. That's fine. If it rolls up there, I'll be okay with that. Nope. That was tough. That's probably going to go long. Yeah, 77 yards. Okay. Man, tricky already. So we've got this for birdie. Now I have upgraded my my pro here, my character, quite a bit. So we're gonna try this spinner. We definitely want it to kind of settle down a bit. See what happens. Okay, roll up there. Okay, so it died pretty quickly. So here we got to read this green. Definitely looks right to left. Right to left, and I think, what is it? Pretty level to uphill. And before par. Oh, just missed it on the edge. Oh, we kind of made a mess out of that. I'll chalk it up to never have played this course. Maybe I should have played it before, but that's okay. Reynolds is 4 under. I don't think we're going to reach his point. Who knows, though? You never know what can happen. I'm going to allow these flyovers to take place a little bit. Just because I need some information. 197 uphill 17 feet. And 71 to the front. And we have a 5-iron which goes 198. Wind is not going too crazy. Maybe 5 to 10 it looks like. This is a tough one. I think I might do a little finesse shot. Yeah, let's do a finesse shot. And just hit this solid. Solid, it's low. Will it sit for us? Okay, that's not bad. Oh, a little long. And it's still rolling. Oh, it's coming back though. Look at this shot. Come on. You guys gonna cheer? I thought the crowd was supposed to do something. They're so loud. I never play with the crowd on, and they're loud, and of course they don't cheer for that. I thought that was amazing. Okay. Anyway, slightly uphill here. And this looks like, yeah, a little left to right. Uphill though, so we should be able to get this solid. Oh, didn't give it enough to the left side. No. First par. Par is okay. I am okay with that. So, par 5, 563 yards. Whoa, this thing is hilly. Tehn is in a nice little spot over that bunker. Looks like there's a bit of a ridge, so it'll probably land it short. Probably be the play here. Yeah, I think what we'll do, I'm gonna hit it pretty much. There's just a wide open spot here, so we're just gonna hit this solid. Prepare for that next shot. That's hopefully we can just get it in play. Solid drive. I recently switched to the slowest swing, and it's been working really nicely for me. It's like just a more natural, because I don't really flick the stick. I don't really hit it too fast. Sometimes I'm actually slow on it. It hurts me in this game, and well, it was when I was really struggling. So, not bad here. So 194 into the wind. We want to end up short, so 174 is short. Uphill, and that wind is moving a bit. I think it's going like 5 to 10, just the way that thing's moving. So 6-iron. I want to end up a little short, and I think that wind is playing some tricks. So we are going to... This is going to turn off to the left. So let's check. Yeah, we want to avoid that bunker, so we want to go right. Oh, good. It's coming right at it. Oh, it's a lot shorter. Okay, that's okay though. Okay, so that wind, that's a little bit more. That's like a 5 to 10, so I'd say that's more like a 10. Alright, that's okay. I'm alright with that. Okay, we're going to let this just roll out. No gimmicks on shot type or anything. The 20 for me is just about level, or yeah, just level to their knees here. Just like that. Roll out for me. Okay, that's good. That's an uphill putt. Should be right to left, I think. No, it may not be left to right. That looks right to left from here. If I were to putt from right here, I go left to right. So that's right to left. Oh, you can tell from here for sure it's left to right. Okay. I'm glad we looked at that. Probably uphill as well. Can we make up for that one that we missed out on before? Give it enough room. Make this putt. Come on. They saying it's close. That was a miss. I mean, that looked left to right for me, and instead it went dead straight. Like I always say on my stream, those straight putts are some of the hardest ones. So, moving on, par 4, 443 yards here. Dogleg right. Beautiful scenery behind. It's like a miss to the left, plenty of room, and we've got anything below the hole looks alright. How we're gonna play it. Alright, so we look here. 275. Tough one because the driver, and this goes downhill a bit too, right? And you don't want to just overpower it. I think, oh, not many of that. 275. I think we're gonna hit 3-wood. Yeah, we're just gonna set up to hit. I think there's that bunker out there. Yeah, just aim for that right of that bunker. Good strike on it. We're just missing right of that bunker. Hopefully it's got enough distance. That was a good bounce. Just need to stop rolling for me. Good. Good, good. Alright. Now 152. We know from that last shot that wind is going maybe 7 to 10 miles per hour, right? I'm going to bank it on being 10. So this, I think, is going to play 152 on the dot. And I'm going to hit full shot, because even if I'm long, be okay. I think it's better to miss left than it is to miss right. So let's go here. Go right along. That is looking okay. Sit down. Okay, so we're in a good spot here. Uphill, like I said, we want it to be uphill. Because we've got an uphill putt here, and this looks like, from here looks right to left. Now, we're thinking right to left, but I think towards the end it might go left to right. This could be a straight putt. We're going to play a little bit more. And I'm thinking it's going to turn back at the end, so I'm not going to give it too much over. I'm just trying to look around, see if I missed anything. I think so. Get this. That did turn right away, didn't it? Stay around a little. Okay. So that one turned a lot more than I thought. That just means this one's going to turn a little bit, so let's just give it enough. Okay, good par. Some of these birdie putts just aren't getting close enough though, you know, and that's kind of been my issue, but we'll move on. Reynolds is 4 over through 15. Par 4, 445 yards. This is pretty narrow as we come in towards the green. Yeah, a couple options there. Obviously, we don't want to miss right. Middle of the green looked pretty nice there. Okay, so how are we going to play this hole? 288, we're going to run out of fairway driver, because think, yeah, go with 3 wood. I think 250. We get really tight up there. Kind of like we want to aim here and just get over this. So let's try that. That should hold on. Yeah. 222. Broadcast camera on this game is still struggling a bit. Alright, 137. We're in a good spot here. So 137 to the hole. And we know the left side's the good spot. So, and we don't really want to hit this 137. But if we hit a finesse shot, it might be okay. I'm going to also lift it up a tad. Okay, let's try this shot. That's on it. Roll up there. Okay, below the hole is good. 22 feet. Okay, so from here it looks left to right. That's what I'm thinking. Here it looks left to right. If I were to putt from right here, it'd be right to left. I think. Let me just check the side. Yeah. Like another one of those where it looks pretty straight. I just feel like it's going to turn early. I'm going to give it enough. See if I learned my lesson. Yeah, it's pretty straight. That's what I thought of. I thought it was pretty straight, and that's where I did. Nonetheless, that's a good par. Okay, par 3, 217 yards. It's a big green. Oh, plenty of options here. So this is a interesting par 3. 167 yards to the back pin. 184. I think like a 150 club even. I feel like finesse again is like, I feel like finesse is too easy at times to be an option, you know? Let's hit it though, but we're gonna go down a club and see what we get. That's not the best swing though. That felt like I halved it. Let's see if, yeah. I didn't let the backswing finish basically and only carried it 139 yards, total of 148. Oof, it's gonna be a tough one. Uphill. This is gonna be nasty. Okay, yeah, and down it goes downhill at the end. So it's like it kind of goes uphill and then downhill, so you can't really hit it too hard. But we've got to get up there. I think it's gonna be pretty straight. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Not great. Not a great lag putt there. And it turned like every time it looks like it's gonna like be pretty straight and then it turns over. Now I know I can look at the bottom right where it says 1.2 above or something like that, but that's not always 100% meaning, you know, for where that you know, where that ball's going to end up. Like, it could mess me up, and you could choose that as an option for the initial, but then past the hole, it might be something else. So you always have to read that for the next putt. Now this definitely looks like it turns a little bit more, just from what I can see behind this hole. Keep it inside. Yeah, let's keep the ball out at least. There we go. I kind of wish they wouldn't have that 1.2 above, you know, the indicator down at the bottom right, just because it throws off my green reading at times. Because I'll look at it and I'll be like, all right, I'm reading this, but then I see that down at the bottom, and that's usually right initially, but it kind of hurts me on that green reading. Like, it's not true to what I'm actually seeing. And it always grabs the initial putt. It doesn't grab the whole thing. So I've got to be mindful of that. 386 total. 342. So yeah, it's pretty wide open. I don't really see much fuss here. Let's just go for it. Good sound. Fast downswing. And that's a good angle, a little long, possibly. It might have a little bit of a blind shot, actually. I didn't think about that. That thing seemed to roll for days, so 336, only 60 yards to the hole. Yeah, it's a blind shot, though, Maddie. So, could be a tough one, actually. 61. Here's a wedge. Now, it's telling me to pitch, but I feel like that might not be high enough. Let me just do a regular approach shot. My 60 only goes... Okay. Could hit a finesse. 60. Maybe we'll hit it high. Where's this pin at? It's all the way in the back. No, it's not quite in the back, is it? Oh, man. But if we go long... Alright, let's do this. It's gonna be a little short, I think? Yeah, we hit it high. That's actually okay. You have to kind of get on that tier, and that was a little concerning. Okay. My goal here is try not to read the bottom right, because I was just getting annoyed with it, and I'm second guessing my reads. This looks like right to left. There's a shelf there, which always suggests that it's going to go the other way. That's the only reason I'm considering left to right here, possibly. But yeah, it goes downhill. Now here, if I were to hit it here, it'd probably go a little to the right, then back the other way. Looks like it turned a lot. 8 inches. So we're going to go about 53 feet from the 50. And that's just random, you know. But I think as it's going to turn, it slows down here. I don't think it's going to turn right away, but I think we're in a good spot here. So let's just cozy it up there. It's looking good. Sit down a little. Okay. I trusted my gut with that one, and I know I've said that in one of my videos, and somebody's like, you trust your gut a little too much, or something to that effect. And it came back to bite me, so I completely understand that. So 1 over, still. We are plodding along here. Plodding. Is that the word? Plodding? Trotting? I don't know. But let's move on. Par 4, 385 yards. Similar distance than the one before. Couple of fairway bunkers to deal with. Pins in the front though. So anything short here should be interesting. Uphill, right to left putts. That's what I want to do all day long. 254, 238. We're into the wind though. So let's just try to be accurate. Just right side of this and get it past. That was a little quick. A little quick because I missed that right side. I'm trying to go over it now. Okay, we got over it. But I think we're going to roll into the other one. Yep, that's what I was afraid of. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I think we're close to the hole, at least. Yeah, 28 yards, so we're going to treat it just basically like a greenside bunker. Oop. Get to the height. There we go. 28, we're going to blast this out. So this is about... I'm going to play like a 30, so it's usually just past... Oh, just to the hips. So, like, right about there. Sit down a little. They're going to roll out for me. That's fine. Come down. Oh, look at this shot. Come on. Oh, I thought it was going to keep coming. Oh, that would have been nice. That's a good shot, though. Okay. So, if it comes back down that way, I thought it would come back and go right to left. And this looks like right to left to me right here. Like, I'm not even going to look around. I think it's right to left. I think it's going to turn a lot. We're going to just cozy this up here. Nice, easy putt. Nice and easy. Maybe gave it too much. Yep. I just felt like it was going to come down so quick, but, you know, I misread that. But that's okay. I know at some point I've got to be a little bit more aggressive. I get that. And maybe that was the hole to do it. But I'm only one over right now. I'm playing pretty well. Reynolds is running away with it at 5 under. But I'm not really focused on that. So let's go par 5, 585 yards. Dogleg right. Plenty of room after those fairway bunkers that we saw on the right. And coming to the hole, looks like, again, below the hole, but there's a little kind of shelf there. Gotta be careful. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I love ending on a par 5 for the front. Now, 400 yards to there. Yeah, we should be able to get past all this. Yeah, let's just hit this one. There are those... Where are those right there? 239. What's there? Okay. Good drive. I think that's a good drive. Bounce past it all. Yep, very nice, very nice. I can't wait till they fix the broadcast camera because it's all over the place. It'll pan out. As you get closer, it'll even pan out. It's just kind of hilarious at times, but that's okay. All right, 257 into the wind. It's saying to do a power approach. I don't know anything about doing all that. I just need to get this in play and let it roll out there. Missing it over to the left. I saw from that preview. I think that's the value we're looking for. Yeah, because everything looks like it's going to go right to left, so let's miss it. Go here and let it ride. A good swing. Coming right at it. Coming in hot. Get up that shelf and come down, please. Or go in the fringe. Okay. Or past the fringe. Yeah, okay. We bombed that one. 278. It's okay. Alright, so here I got a couple options. I've got a pitch. I can do my spinner. I think I'm going to go with the spinner. I think I'm going to get close. And we're just going to hit this pretty much what feels like 18. So 18 is basically cutting off at the knees. Just kind of have to feel it sometimes too. Nope. I didn't hit my spot, but I'm lucky it didn't spin as much. And so now we've got a nice uphill putt. The question is it right to left or left to right? Try that again. I think it's going to be left to right. I'm just going to hit this pretty much dead straight. Let's go. That's the way to do it. End with the birdie. Start with the bogey, end with the birdie. Can't complain about that. So, even par through 9. That is absolutely not bad at all. Jump into the par 4, 380 yarder here for number 10. Making the turn. Interesting little setup. Putting into the shadows there. Yeah, really interesting. Sets you up to play on the right side. And I think that's kind of where we should go with it. But even hit that 100-yard marker. Basically aim for that front bunker even. Like this guy. Aim right here and let it come back. Felt good. See where it ends up. Like a heavy turn, I think. Yeah, oh man, we drove the green. Okay, so that'll be an interesting little chip. Okay, as long as we don't go by that tree, we'll be okay. I bombed that thing. Okay. But here I'm actually going to use the zoom camera just to see what, you know, what's coming afterwards. It's all uphill. There's a little bit of room up here. So let's see. Okay. Let's see. Got that weird. You can change it. Okay, nope. Okay, this is the weird little. What is it? This is a weird camera angle. So 19 yards. That's usually just past. You know, I think if we spin it too, though, it might be okay. Yep. All right. And so just past the knees, essentially. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. This looks like right to left, because based on what happens afterwards. Like it goes past it and then it goes off to the left. So I think what I'm gonna do here, inside the hole, it'll just be safe just outside the hole, but hit it firm. Wow, it went right, left to right. I didn't anticipate that. I should have just played it straight, to be honest, you know? Didn't see that, really. Always gotta be tricky with these short holes. They always are the most trickiest in terms of the green. Alright, let's recover. Dead straight, Matt. Dead straight twice there. That was just poor. That's just very, very poor on my part. Oh, that is frustrating. I just was set on it and I didn't read the other side. And when you're green reading, you want to check if it looks right to left, you know, from the golfer, then you got to go on the other side of the hole and see if it goes right to left on that side or left to right. If it was left to right, it's a straight putt. Poor execution. Probably why we're an amateur, right? Amateur hour. Okay, par 4. Not much trouble. Pretty much a straight shot. Point of reference a little bit. Let's see if we go higher. Yeah. The hole's over to the left, so we're good right here. That'll be alright over there. Away from the bunkers, I believe. Yeah, carried it 257 for 303. That's perfect. Okay, 133. 133 left side. So we can go pretty much right at this thing. Miss it on the right side, ideally. But with that wind, we can just let the wind take it. Oh, I'm sorry. I did it again. 129, rather. 133 is the club in hand. Okay, so we're going to go a little past it. Okay. Right here should be good. Below our feet, too, so it should even turn a little bit more. Let's, in this case, let's do this. Let's go a little higher. A little bit. Okay. Alright. Enough messing around. Let's go. Perfect downswing. Is it too much club? Nope. That is right on track. Right on track? I don't know. Not really a commentator. And this is live, of course, so go figure. But it was on track. So right to left, it looks like. A little bit. Yeah. It goes past the hole, so it can't go crazy with this. Looks like right to left from here, too. So this is pretty much right to left. Downhill, though. Gotta be careful with this. Downhill may not turn as much. But we can't do too many crazy things. We don't want it to go too far past the hole, so feel a good putt here. Okay, good. Sit down. Sit down. Okay. It said right to left. That's what I read. And here it's back to it. I think it's just going to be pretty straight. Yep. Actually, it did turn early, so missed opportunity there. But I saw right to left, and that's what I went with. You gotta be careful with some of those. The downhill one's not going to turn as quickly, but you saw what was past that hole was not looking all right. So I think that was a good defensive putt. I think next time I can probably go for the hole, because even if it misses, then I've got an uphill right to left putt anyways. So par 3, downhill, 202 yards here. We've got a 5 iron, 96. I think we'll go with this one and let that wind take it the rest of the way. See if we made the right choice. See if the wind does what it's supposed to. Oh man, it definitely did. Maybe we were a little slow, because we only carried that 179. Yeah, I think that wind is bumping up a notch. Okay, well, good to know. We do have this for birdie. I think we're gonna try this little spinner again. And I've come up short a couple times, but it's actually worked out. So I don't really want it to dead stop, you know. So 24 yards above, so it's gonna go right to left. But then it falls over to the right, it looks like, at the end. So 24 yards is just between knees and hips there. So what do we get here? Sit down. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I probably could have put a little spin on it, but let's, you know, we're not going to split hairs here. Okay. Just inside the hole. Hit it solid. Let's move on. Good. Solid putt. Another par. Gotta keep this going. You know, some of these putts I do have to start getting a little bit more aggressive with, but that wasn't the one. Here's a par 5. We can set this up. I don't see many fairway bunkers. There's a lot of hills and undulations. Pretty wide open though. Long par 5. Uphill. If I land short, it looks to be the play. Anywhere really. Most of those looked right to left, so let's see what we do. There's plenty of room, so we're just gonna let it take us. We're gonna flick this thing and just hit it hard. I haven't tried the power drive yet. I'm just gonna hit this normal though. Just a little flick. Try to bomb it. Aired at 290. That has to be good. That has to roll for days, right? Come on, broadcast camera. Let's see it. That's not a bad spot. There's that hill in front of us, but I don't think it'll hurt us too much. 355, 182. Come on, we got it here. Chapter 1, Exploration. Covered a total... I didn't see that. Okay, 182. 182. Now going downhill 1 inch. 8 irons, 170. A big difference there. 182. And I don't want to go long here, so I'm gonna hit this a little high. It's below my feet, so it's naturally gonna go to the right. So yeah, we're just gonna play it that way. Let the wind take it the rest of the way. Slow swing though. Let's see what happens. Looks like it's going on the right side. Okay. Sit down a little for me, please. Okay. Not a bad shot there. Cozy that up for a birdie, hopefully. Looks uphill right to left. You can see all that past the hole, but I'm not going to assume. We're going to look all the way around it. Make sure there's nothing crazy going on afterwards. Yeah, it does drop off, so we can't be too aggressive here. But it is uphill initially, but then it goes downhill. So we're going to give it a little bit of time. I'm going to keep this below the hole if I do miss it. I'm going to play a little bit of break, but not too crazy. Alright. That is pushing off to the right. See? I read right to left, and then amazingly it went to the right at the end. So that's okay. We set ourselves up with a pretty straight putt, it looks like. Good bird. Back to even. Back to even. Alright, here we go. Hole number 14. A par 4, 390 yards. Looks like it introduces off to the right there at the end. Wow, look at these. This is a beautiful little hole here. Got backstop as well if we screw up. Interesting. Lots of trouble too, though. It's a short hole, but it's got a lot going for it. I think that middle bunker is the play. Like this bunker right here. If we can go right in between this right here and let it come back, we'll have an angle into that green. I didn't flick it. I just hit that just solid, hopefully. See if I pushed it or anything. I did slightly push it, but I got lucky with that bounce. 259 with that driver. Okay, that's not a bad miss. And yeah, we're in pitching position here. Not a bad spot. 48 yards for eagle. I mean, I'm gonna try this spinner again. I've been liking it. It's been doing its job. Now, the spinner pitch, or the pitch in general, 48 is the max this usually goes for me. But I'm going to just get it past belt buckle and then just slam it down. Let's see. Oh, it's too much. It's way too much. Come on, broadcast camera. Let's look at it. Ah. Did not execute that. Nope. Should have hit that high and let it spin quicker, but no, that was a dumb play. So we've got to go defensive here. Let this trickle down. It looks like it's right to left to me. Actually, we can go here. Let's just go backwards a bit. Yeah. Defensive putt. Let this just trickle down. Come on, come on, come on. One time. Yes. Oh, we lucked out there. That's a great bird. 1 under now. Par 3, 206. Look at where that flag is. That is the top of top. Looks like the miss will be left there. Oh, I'm feeling good about that birdie, man. Okay, 175 to the hole. Oh, the uphill, right? What if I finesse it? It still says the same thing. What if I finesse a 6-iron? Not so well. I do want to keep it low. I don't want this to go long, so I'm going to hit this pretty much to the left side. I think I've got room there, but if the wind takes it off to the right, that's okay too. Pretty well struck. Is the finesse the number? Come on, broadcast camera. Oh, I think it's long. I think it's long. Yep, yep, yep. I thought finesse would be shorter. Oh, no. So typical right after a birdie. Make a mental error. Oh, man. See what we're working with here. Chip it into the green. I've done a flop. I mean, I have the flop shot, but I'm not comfortable hitting a flop shot here. I've never hit a flop shot. Flop shot. Flop shot. I'm honestly just gonna hit this. Like if this is my, it's like hitting a 25, 25 pitch. Which 25 for me, I think this will be that. It's just past the knees. So I think that's where we're gonna go. And if it gets hip high too, that's fine. Actually, we're gonna move this up a tad. Let it go high. It might spin a little. So just past the knees here. Okay, get up. Okay. Could have been a lot worse. This looks pretty much right to the left. I think if we hit this inside the hole, we'll be good. We can maybe just a little bit more and just hit it solid. Let's go. Hit it solid. I thought that was going to lip out. The patch hasn't dropped yet, so the cup physics haven't allowed that to lip out, but that was pretty solid, straight on through to that right edge, and we got pretty lucky there. Moving on to the par 4, 363 yards. Looks like it goes, wow, yeah, it's a short one. It really interesting off to the right there. Yeah, that was a pretty clutch par save. What do we do here? 256, 214 over that. I don't know what that is. It's just fairway bunker essentially. So play to that 100-yarder is just over this into the wind. Hit a 3-wood. We could finesse it. I don't really want to finesse a 3-wood, but I think 255 into the wind should be okay. Light tug there. I think it'll be okay. Let's hopefully the wind does what it's supposed to. Yeah. And it rolls off to the right, so that's good. Just playing for position here, because even then, 67 yards to the hole. 67 yards. What do we have in our hand here? Finessing a 60 degree. Finessing a 60-degree. Oh, we're not pitching it. That's why. I thought we were pitching it. This is not a full shot type. This is a pitch shot all day. Yeah, pretty much a pitch shot all day. Hit it high. I have 54. There we go. I don't think the wind's going to affect it too much because it's down. Yeah, it's down. I'm going to hit a little low. There we go. Alright. Get up there. Good. Roll in there. Get really tight for me. Thank you. Love it when a plan comes together, man. Jeez. Okay. We saw that start to go left to right. I'm not going to take that read for granted. It is slightly... looks like slightly downhill even. Okay. Let's just aim this left. And let's hit it solid. No messing around. Beauty. Absolute beauty. Another birdie. That's 3 birdies on this back 9. Now we're 2 under, guys. Honestly, I've never shot under par in any of my practice rounds, any of the streams I've shown. So I'm excited how I'm playing right now, but it's not over. We've got the par 4, 405 yard, number 17. An interesting setup here as it's below the hole. Yeah, interesting. Miss off to the left, hopefully, and go from there. So, yeah, it basically sets you up to not hit driver here, which we probably won't want to do. We are downwind. I think it's downhill also. Let's see what it looks like up from here. Yeah, it gets really tight. Okay. That bit that comes in front there, 250. So if we hit like a 220 club, we'll be in good shape. I always press R1 instead. 226. I even want to land it there, so... okay. Hit a 4-iron here, just solid. A little overswing. Get in position for me, please. Okay, that looks to be rolling pretty well. 249, yeah, very nice. Inside 100 yards. I mean, this is a finesse 54. Yeah, that's exactly what it picked for me. That wind is a little concerning just because it's helping, but we are also uphill. There is a bit of a backstop as well. I'm just gonna hit the solid. I was gonna put some height on it, but I don't want to risk it. That's on it. It might be a little long, but that's okay. 14 feet. Yeah, not bad. Not bad right there. Kept it below the hole. And that's what I was afraid of. If I put any height on it, it could end up short and inside the junk there. Now we're below the hole, uphill right to left putt. Hopefully, okay, let's read the entire green, Maddie. Yeah, you can tell this big ol' shelf here. But this course definitely has some double breakers, some extra reads you got to make. Mainly like the severity of like how much it's going to turn, you know? This one looks like it's going to turn, but I think it levels out, actually. I know it says level there, but I think it's going to go right to left initially, but I think it's going to stay inside the hole. So, like, I'm going to hit it pretty much right edge and see what happens. Yeah, okay. Amazing. It turned a lot more. I hit that pretty much like I was still thinking it was going to go right to left, but I just didn't really want to give in to that it could even go further right, but I think we still played it well. definitely some interesting reads that have to be made here. But happy going 2 under into number 18 as we take a look at the par 5, 558 yarder. It is gorgeous. Left side looks to be the play. Where's that pin at? It is in a massive green, but it's got a backstop there. So I think we should be able to get in good position here as long as our drive goes well. 309 to that fairway bunker. I imagine that's the crowd near the 200 marker. 289. All right, let's just go for it here. Even towards the crowd. Just go right here and just flick it. Bombed it, I think. Let's see if we got the accuracy out of it. I think I jumped out of the bunker. I think we got lucky there, guys. All right. 181 to the hole on par 5. 163 front. Downwind. 170 downwind. I'm gonna do a finesse. Yeah, hold on, not 80. I'm gonna do finesse 7 iron. Take 176. Let the wind take it. Yeah, because even if it's long, actually, we're gonna hit this up a little higher too. Okay, here we go. If it hits that backstop, comes back. That'll be good too. Underswing a little bit. If it comes up short, that's alright. Okay, perfect. Didn't really hit the backstop, but still not bad, and that's for eagle. So, that's really not bad. And yeah, the good thing about backstops, it kind of tells you like what the putt might do. So like, if it hit the backstop from here, you know that's coming down left to right. So this should be a left to right putt. Nothing too crazy. Just cozy it in there. Oh, nope. Yeah, just didn't give it enough. I've done that a couple of times today where I just didn't give it enough space, but that's okay. I think we will be okay. We're going to keep this inside the hole, hit it solid, get this birdie. Three under, guys. That is my best score playing this way. And look at that. We are in 3rd place with the 69. There's other guys with us, though. Let's look at that leaderboard again real quick. Yeah, 69. That's pretty awesome. That's some other guys around there. So this is for round 1. I'm really happy with that performance. I mean, you guys saw it. It was a grind. I wasn't as automatic, but I mean, this course, I would say this course is fairly easy. It's not super long. Very much, you know, everything rolls out pretty well. So a couple times, like even on that last hole, I had 180 yards into my second shot on a par 5. So yeah, but it's good. It's a good setup. It's nice to be in contention immediately, and then we'll see what happens. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about this type of content, obviously, and of course my face, I've got it on here, and I should be doing this from now on. I hope that's okay, and I'll get some more content. I've got a FIFA career mode starting soon. I will have a FIFA sliders explanation video. It's just taking a while to go through and grab the footage I need, and go from there. And then yeah, I mean, we'll get some more EA Sports PGA Tour, because I can't put this game down, and I can't believe I scored this and you guys get to see. I can't wait for the patch update that they hopefully will release, to get some of the broadcast cameras, just the worm cameras, that we can read the greens better, and switch it up a little bit. But I'm glad that I'm playing as sim as possible, I feel like, and I'm getting good results. So my practice, I gave myself about a week worth of practice every day, and it's paying off. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave your comments below, and as always, take care and stay tuned.